Earlier today, we called you.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Yeah, that's what I'm helping you out here. I'm being a good teammate.
Well, I wanted to send you on your way. I thought you were leaving, but you are producer. This is good leadership out of you. Earlier today, AJ, we called Coach McCarthy, and on the spot, because of the conversation we were having in the Thunderdome, we're like, hey, who are the top 5 quarterbacks from the 2025 season? We said to him. And he goes, he starts thinking he has to look. I think he was dropping off his kid at school, right? Is that not what you were doing?
Correct. And I pulled over legally and returned your text.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. We appreciate that. Yeah, thank you doing that. But he said, well, off the top of my head here, because he didn't get the so we would like to preface this, that we asked Coach McCarthy for his top 5 of the first 5 of the 2025 NFL season, and he was not given any thought or checking of anything.
Sure,
this is literally fastball. This is immediately upon being asked. Number 5, who did you have, Coach McCarthy?
Daniel Jones.
Yes, you did. I like that. How come? What do you think?
Well, when Connor asked the question, where my mind goes in quarterback play is completion percentage. That's where who's dealing the football, who's getting the ball to the playmakers. Completions and rushes, staying on time, and obviously who's winning, who's affecting winning. And so, Daniel is definitely off to a great start. His numbers speak for themselves. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but I know he has great numbers, situational numbers. You see that in his red zone production, throwing touchdowns and so forth. But I think he's doing a hell of a job getting the ball distributed because, the old 70% completion percentage is something that I've always, that's what I grew up on. You go back to the early, can I pontificate here or do we got to get through these?
No, take your time, brother.
Pontificate, sir.
Yeah, but when I got in the league in the 90s, Paul Hackett was my mentor. And he always quoted, Coach Walsh about 70% completion. That was the essence and really a key component of the West Coast offense. So we used to have a sign. We used to have a sign in our quarterback room that said 70% completion percentage, and there was only 4 at that time in the history. And they were Joe Montana, Steve Young, Ken Anderson, and Sammy Baugh. And 3 of the 4 were coached by, Coach Bill Walsh. So that's my base on to being productive, getting that ball completed. And then now you look at this generation of quarterbacks, there's got to be 8, 9, 10, 11. There's just so many guys that play where I think Drew Brees has done it so many times. I've lost count. Aaron, Tom, I think Mahomes has done it. Goff has done it the last couple of years. So I just think you're seeing the quality of quarterback play, but that's always been a starting point for me. They're not throwing interceptions. Who's getting the ball completed?
Slinging Sammy Baugh, also a punter. People forget about that every once in a while.
Right.
Incredible ball kicker. And the quarterbacks have only gotten better. Danny Dimes has certainly seemingly reached his maximum potential here in Shane Steichen's offense. Let's go to a guy that would fit in any era. At number 4, you said Matthew Stafford. How come, Coach?
I've got to see him play a lot of football, and I just what I have seen of him this year, he's on time. Obviously, him and Buka are shattering records right now. So, ball distribution, he can make any throw still on the field. Great anticipator, phenomenal confidence on the inside throws. I've always loved that about Matthew. But I think he's playing at the Pro Bowl Hall of Fame level that he's played on his whole career.
Devontae over there, obviously McVay doing his thing. Puka is on pace to break some records. That's a special team out there, especially with their young defense clicking in all cylinders so quickly. They obviously put the Philadelphia Eagles deep into the 12th round that last year's playoff game. They were the only ones that came close once the Eagles started kind of pummeling teams. Seems like McVay's only going to have good squads. All right, let's go to the top 3 QBs of the first 5 weeks of the 2025 season. Dak Prescott.
Okay.
Oh, Coach,
Homer.
Go ahead, Coach.
Oh, Homer, absolutely. He's playing his ass off. I don't know what his completion percentage is, but I know it's going to be well over 70%. I just love the way he's distributing the football.
71.3.
71.3. Thank you. He's and I like the maturity of the perimeter group, and you got an offensive line that's got a lot of depth there. So exciting on offense, and I just think he's managing that thing exactly the way it needs to be managed.
There is 10 guys above 70% completion percentage right now. Hembo just sent a text in letting us know that Dak is certainly one of them, 71.3%.
Yeah, so it's 10-1, including Tyrod Taylor. He's played 2 games. Tyrod, Josh Allen, Tua, C.J. Stroud, Dak, Dan Jones, Lamar, Sam Darnold, Drake May, Jared Goff are the 10-1.
So Dak Prescott, 71.3%, operating incredibly in Schottenheimer's first year as the head coach over there. Dallas Cowboys could go on a run. Dak playing special ball down there. That's number 3. Who are the top 5? First 5 QBs. Baker May, there he is.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy's a dog.
Great
This dude's got moxie.
Yeah.
What do you think about him, Coach McCarthy?
Well, he's got a completion percentage too, I'm sure. No, he's definitely playing out. What I love about Baker, and that's what's really why he's where he is what is it? 4 of the 5 games have come down to the end. So he's playing great football at the most important time. When you look at over the course of a regular season, half of your games will come down to a 2-minute drill, and he's already got 4 under his belt already. So I just think he's playing top-notch football right now.
We love Baker, especially 4 games, 4 comeback wins in their first 5 games, and then they have 2 last play wins. So that means you're talking about a team, a belief, a culture that he is leading. And to go into Seattle, that's a long flight, and get a big-time win after shit-talking with that fan before entering the field. That's what we love about him, AJ. That is the little things that we love about Baker Mayfield.
He's the man. Coach, I understand you like Baker and everything. Did you ever see this success, like him making this step, especially the weird route that he has traveled to get to Tampa and where he is?
I actually I think when you get to the end of these journeys, those experiences are probably a big part of why he's having the success he's having, because it's really been going on his whole life. He went to Texas Tech as a walk-on, I think. I mean, and then had to leave Tech to go to Oklahoma. So I mean, this guy has. You talk about resilience. I mean, he could write the book on it. So I think it's just part of his journey. I think there's no surprise why he continues to get better.
Currently has 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's 4th in yards in the NFL. And obviously, we're watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in incredible jerseys play electrifying football games. And the number 1 quarterback in the NFL this season through the first 5, the reigning MVP, the odds-on favorite to be the MVP, Josh Allen. What have you seen in the first 5 weeks of Josh that puts you number 1 here, Coach?
I just love the way he attacks the position. He makes all the throws in the pocket, out of the pocket. I mean, his patience and confidence in play extension is as good as you can be. I mean, how many times you see him just, get to the sideline, gain another 2 seconds, 3 seconds. There's never a play that can't be made. When Josh has the ball, I just think he's. I think he's playing at an unbelievable rate right now. So.
I mean, he was just smacking that guy's head right there, too. Yeah. I mean, he's not scared to mix it up. He'll get in there in the gruff a little bit.
And he's undefeated. I mean, it's one of those things.
They're not.
Well, they lost to the Patriots, but
that was Connor, obviously, Coach. Yeah.
Oh, that's all right,
Coach.
He did that. He did this to you right there. He literally just fished.
Hook, line, and sinker, Coach.
But Josh is special. Yeah. He is, Coach. He's special.
He's special. No, he is. He really is. I mean, and really the size, strength, and speed, just the way he plays the position. And he just attacks it. I love watching him play.
How about his development from year 1 to year 2, year 3? Like every offseason, there's like significant growth in his game. Like literally from year 1 to year 2 was like, wait a minute, this guy doesn't suck. We thought he potentially was just a runner. This guy might become a tight end. Maybe we put big hands, he can catch the ball pretty good. Let's put him at tight end. He's jumping over guys. He can't throw a ball. Then year 1 to year 2, he gets better. Then year 2 to year 3, he becomes elite. Then year 3 to year 4, it's like, is this guy the best player in the NFL? And then he's kind of carried that along. So his work ethic is stupendous. And I think his love of the game is very evident if you watch that Hard Knocks. He's a good face of the NFL right now, even though obviously we have a few. Josh Allen is a very good face of the NFL, I think, Coach.
Yeah, definitely. And I remember just when Josh came out of Wyoming, there had statistics, with the college breakdown about his accuracy, and I could just remember, talking through the evaluation process. I says, yeah, but it's hard to be accurate when you throw the ball to the damn moon. I mean, this guy just needs help. So I mean, and I just, he's one of the best players, or maybe the best player in our game right now.
MVP. Can he win a Super Bowl? It's all anybody wants to know. And that's all Josh is hunting now for the rest of his life. Can any of these guys, other than Stafford, make that happen? We shall see. Congrats to these top 5 of the first 5 in Coach McCarthy's non-real deep thought list of quarterbacks around the NFL.
Yeah.